Hello and welcome to CadoinkStudios. I have for you today the first game in a best of 3 in the round 1 of the Gold and Below tournament that Animus is hosting. This is a best of 3 between Wraith and Bobo. So spawning in the top right corner of Cloud Kingdom, we do have Bobo, the yellow Terran player. Spawning in the bottom left, we have Wraith, the purple Protoss player. So this is round 1 of the Gold and Below tournament. For those of you who do not know, the Gold and Below tournament is a tournament for players in the Gold League or lower. It was started on the Battle.net forums, the North American Battle.net forums, and Animus is putting it on. He's going to put on a few of them, I do believe, he announced. And it's just a way to get people in the Gold League and lower involved in competitive play and involved in tournament play. So in that sense, I am very, very excited to be casting this. Thanks again, Animus. I'll probably thank you in every single video because I just love casting, and so it's great to get the opportunity to cast a lot of players' games, especially a lot of players who aren't, pro players, aren't in the pro circuit. And so it's really exciting to get to root for you guys and cheer you on in tournament play and see what kind of cool builds you guys come up with. So anyway, we have pretty normal things coming out of both players. Actually, interestingly, Bobo built his supply depot on the low ground, which would make me think he is gearing up to take an early expansion. He has not put down his barracks yet, so I think this will be a fast CC. However, he's sending... he's just scouting for pylons. Very, very common in all leagues of play for a Protoss player to slip a pylon into dirty little spots. So he's just going to be checking for that, and now that he has enough minerals, he will be sending this SCV down to build a command center right there. In the meantime, his opponent Wraith looks like he will be forge fast expanding, so both players interestingly going for a very economic macro-oriented game. We might have a long game on our hands, we shall see. But in the meantime, not too much craziness going on, very standard builds, putting down the command center and then putting down a barracks. Creating kind of a nice wall, although no siege tanks will be able to get through. He will have to lift this or lower this. I would have kind of bumped this just a little bit over, so that way you wouldn't have to deal with lifting and lowering of anything. But that's just something you gain with experience. Wraith is getting his Nexus up as well. He will be putting down a pylon, or a cannon, excuse me, here pretty soon, or maybe just going straight for the gateway and opting to not get a cannon because he did see... Yeah, he is going for the gateway. He did see that his opponent is not going for a very aggressive build, and he'll further confirm that with his probe. And so he doesn't have to worry about putting down a cannon or anything like that. He can just try to harass this SCV as much as possible. Actually should be running around, but now Bobo has another SCV to try and... Oh, maybe not. Just going to be running by, getting stuck right there, and he might be able to pick off this SCV, which is really, really annoying. Actually, no, the command center does finish just in time. Ugh. Wraith, if you had just been a little bit quicker, you might have been able to pick it off. And now he's going to put down 2 cannons. I don't know why this is. For one, he should probably put him in the back. And for 2, he doesn't really need to worry that much about any kind of early pressure. We do have 1 Marine on the way, as well as a scouting SCV, but nothing too threatening. If he pops out a Zealot, or when the Cyber Core finishes, if he pops out a Stalker, he'll be completely fine. In fact, Bobo is going to be building a bunker, so Bobo is really just going for economic play, wants to make sure he's well defended, kind of turtling up a bit. And we do see he hasn't taken any gas, so I feel like he's going to go a very Marine-heavy play, probably throwing down a few more barracks. He does actually have a second one on the high ground, and quite a bit of money floating around, so either he's going to go for a very fast third, or nope. It's going to be putting down a ton of gateways. This is such a great decision. When your money is floating so high, put down 4 barracks. I've been saying gateways, but I meant barracks. And also make sure you get orbital commands. Orbital commands are so good. So please, please, Bobo, there you go. Turn that sucker into an orbital command, especially when your money is floating that high. You can use the scans if you don't need the mules, but mules are always good too. So yeah. In the meantime, Wraith is getting his gas up. He's actually going to be getting gas, well, 4 gas at both expansions, excuse me. So he'll be probably going for a more tech-oriented play. He might be getting early Colossi or early High Templar. I suspect we'll see a Robo here pretty shortly. No, a Twilight Council. So most likely DTs or High Templar. I don't suspect he'll be going for Zealot legs or anything. He doesn't have a lot of gateways for that matter. He really needs to be putting some up. He needs to be making sure he's continuing to build probes and continuing to use those chrono boosts to the best of his ability. And we see that pretty normal stuff coming for Bobo. He is going for marine heavy play, does have a ton of barracks and still no gas at neither his expansion nor his main, so he will not be able to get any kind of tech up anytime soon. He really should be getting gas a lot earlier. And we do have a Templar archive, so we will indeed see High Templar. Also putting down another gateway, and I'm about woo! I think that was my first official sneeze on cast. So hello, sneeze. Anyway, he's going to be putting down a few more gateways. It looks like he's going to go a very heavy High Templar play. This can be very strong, especially against a Marine heavy force. However, this Marine heavy force is coming out pretty early, and he doesn't have that much in the way of units. He has 2 Zealots and a Stalker, as well as 2 Cannons, which the Cannons will help quite a bit. If he didn't have those, he'd be in a lot more trouble. And in fact, this Marine force is a little bit small, even pulling probes off. Wow, Wraith really does not want to lose to this in the early game. He will be putting down a bunker. However, he's just in range of a cannon, and now Wraith is moving out with his probes and his Zealots. It looks like he will be able to force this back. And even revealing his High Templar, this could be a little bit dangerous, as when I see High Templar, I put down a Ghost Academy immediately. And it looks like he'll be able to pick that off with no problems at all. Really needs to run his probes back and not worry a bit. Also getting Zealot legs, so I suspect either Zealot Archon or Zealot High Templar. He is getting that storm up, so he will be using that as much as possible. In fact, it might be wise building a some High Templar early so that their energy can kind of build up over time. Oh, and he is going to morph an Archon. This is probably just because he knows there's early pressure and Storm won't be out for a while. So this is a very nice move by Wraith. I really like that. In the meantime, Bobo is expanding. Bobo, you are so good at taking expansions, man. Getting a third up at the 10-minute mark, that's really nice. In a lot of lower league games, that wouldn't happen. In fact, I played in Platinum League, and I'm now Diamond League, but back when I played in Platinum League, I wouldn't expand till like 6-7 minutes for even my natural. And so I'm really impressed to see a lot of lower league players build expansions earlier, because that's something I had a hard time wrapping my mind around, is when can I take an expansion and how safely can I take an expansion. So I really like this play by Bobo, taking this third up so soon. It will give him such a strong economy. However, he really needs to stray away from just building Marines, especially against this Templar, High Templar Zealot army that is so strong. He will be able to storm these Marines into basically nothing. They'll just crumble really, really quickly, so you really need those ghosts up to get that EMP off, and you really, really need some medevacs. And in fact, we do see, no Ghost Academy. Wait, yep, there's the Ghost Academy, also putting down 2 engineering bays, so he will be able to get his upgrades. Hopefully this factory will be for making medevacs, for making a starport so they can make medevacs. And I like this, putting down a bunker at this third. However, he is not landing the command center, which he needs to do. Also, still, he needs to turn this into a orbital command. Let me tell you why. Even if you're not going to mule, miss a battle here, but you can scan, find out where the High Templars are, and get off better snipes, get off better EMPs. So that's really, really useful use of scans. So now it looks like Wraith is on the offense. We'll be moving around the map trying to go for that third, and this third is still not landing. Come on, you can do it. There you go. And also he needs to fill up this bunker as soon as he can, leaving a lot of his Marines off on the battlefield. He should try to run forward and pick off as many of these Zealots as they cannot shoot up this wall because they are melee, but oh my gosh, a huge storm goes down. Storm is so strong, killing all those Marines, and a few of these Marines will be picked off as well by the Zealots. And now Wraith is looking like he is in a very, very strong position. As Bobo does not have much, he only has Marines, really needs to be starting to produce some other units. In fact, his Ghost Academy is finished, so put down a bunch of tech labs, start producing ghosts like crazy. You can get those EMPs off, you can snipe the Zealots after you've sniped the High Templar, and then you'll be in a very, very good position. And you can EMP the Archon as well, and that'll hurt it quite a bit. And so I would really, really like to see this coming out. I do like the fact that he is building a planetary fortress. This base is really rather vulnerable, and so the planetary fortress will help soak up a lot of the damage and also deal a lot of the damage. I also like how he has a Marine still out on the map, kind of giving him a little bit of vision. And so that, you know, that'll help him out a lot as well. He will be able to see the attack coming. He doesn't have it at the watchtower. However, if it was at the watchtower, it would be picked off really quickly by Wraith's army. And so Bobo just continuing to build up his Marine army. Really would love to see some tech come out of him. He's building some turrets somewhere, probably anticipating drops. However, drops are not on the way. Even building an armory. Don't really know why he's building an armory, but he's building an armory. And yeah, it's just kind of a standstill. It looks like Wraith wants to move out finally, and so I am excited to see him do some damage. He will be able to storm all these Marines, and it will do just incredible amounts of damage. And it looks like he is going to be going for the third, maybe not. Kind of poking back and forth, trying to decide what to do. This is a tournament setting, so I believe both players are trying to play a little bit cautiously, trying to not make too many mistakes because they do want to continue in their tournament life. And so some Marines coming in to fill up the rest of this bunker, as well as some more just to protect this third as best as possible. But now it looks like Wraith wants to go for the natural. He is building a pylon here, or it is finished, so he will be able to reinforce really quickly on the battlefield. And yeah, he's going to be poking forward, and this is not looking good for Bobo. Bobo splitting up his Marines a little bit, very wise choice. However, there are just too many High Templar, and the storm should be going down any second now. Oh, there goes one huge storm, and there goes two more on the mineral line, which is just decimating the SCVs. And now he's going to have to pull his Marines from the third. But oh man, they get stormed. 3 storms going down on him, killing him instantly. And now Wraith is just having a field day inside of Bobo's base, even storming the bunker a little bit. And yeah, this is not looking good for Bobo. Wraith is just going to take down this bunker, kill the Marines inside, and then he basically has free pass into Bobo's main. In fact, Bobo is moving his factory to try to wall off here, but it won't do any good. It won't be in time. There's just too much of an army for Wraith. And it looks like they will just be able to slip in before he is able to land it. In fact, denying the land. Even storming some of his own zealots just because he knows he's in a very commanding position. And there's the GG by Bobo. And the caps lock GG by Wraith. Very, very good game, Wraith. You played very well. The High Templar Storm thing is just incredibly strong. So strong. And so we'll see what you do in game number 2. Good luck, Bobo. I hope you do much better in game number 2. I hope you build some more units other than Marines. Marines are very good, but you really need some Marauders, some Ghosts in that mix. Just kind of mix your army up a little bit, and it'll help you a lot. So anyway, good game, guys. I am excited to see game number 2. And so I will see you guys later.